Today we're figuring out who is the best ranked European club. Okay, let's start off with number 10, Burger King for lettuce. Who remembers that? Number 10 goes to Atletico Madrid from Spain. They're led by Cholo Simeone. You already know how he likes to play. Who are Simeone's best attacking players? I'm gonna give you the top three. Alexander Sorloth with 12 goals, 0 assists. Then comes Julian Alvarez with 8 goals, 4 assists. And then his son, Simeone, 4 goals, 6 assists. Now, what's their form like? In La Liga, they're actually in fourth place with 60 points. You're telling me they're number 10? But let me tell you why. Look, they're in the Champions League of the semifinals. We just got done with the first leg, okay, 1-1 against Arsenal. Now, for number 9, we have Bayer Leverkusen. You know who managed them before? Xabi Alonso. Not anymore. But let's look at their top players, okay? Patrick Schick and Alejandro Grimaldo with 7 assists, and Schick has 13 goals. Pretty good for them to be in top 9, right, for Europe. What's their form like? In German Bundesliga, they're actually in 6th place with 55 points. No bueno, no bueno. In the Champions League, they got knocked out in the round of 16 against Arsenal with an aggregate score of 3-1. I don't know if you would put them at number 9 for top 10 European clubs. Now for number 8, we have Barcelona. Barcelona, you know their superstar Lamine Yamal. He's everywhere on that pitch, bro. Amazing player. What's their form like? In La Liga, they're in first place with 85 points. They're winning La Liga. 100% they're winning it. In the Champions League, they got knocked out by Atletico Madrid in the quarterfinals with an aggregate score of 3-2. Barcelona got 2 red cards, one in the first leg and one in the second leg. That's tough, okay? Now for number 7, Cristiano Ronaldo. Nah, I'm kidding. Top 7 is Arsenal from England. You already know they're led by Mikel Arteta. And they are in first place in the Premier League. Not bad. They've held that first place for a long time. They have 73 points. What's their form like? Okay, let's see their form. In the FA Cup quarterfinals, they lost to Southampton 2-1. And the UEFA Champions League, they knocked out Sporting. They lost to Bournemouth. They lost to Man City. And they beat Newcastle in their latest Premier League game 1-0. Now in the Champions League, like I said with Atletico Madrid, they're tied at 1 apiece. Now on to top 6. We have Man City from England. Okay, Pep Guardiola, you already know that guy, the GOAT. They are in second place for the English Premier League with 1 game in hand. They have 70 points while Arsenal has 73 points. Now for their Champions League form, they actually got knocked out by Real Madrid of an aggregate score of 1-5. That's crazy, 1-5. And they are your top 6 European club. And they do have an FA Cup final upcoming in May 16 at 10 a.m. Eastern Time against Chelsea. Will they beat Chelsea, who are in a bad form? They haven't won a game in like 5 weeks. That's insane. Then now we are in our top 5. Number 5, Inter Milan from Italy. How's their form looking like for them to be top 5? Okay, they tied against Torino. They beat Cagliari 3-0, and they are in the finals for the Coppa Italia by beating Como 3-2. Aggregate score 3-2, and their next game is up against Parma. Look, this is how they're standing in the Serie A. They're up ahead from Napoli, comfortably 10 points ahead. They have 79. Napoli has 69. And in the Champions League, they got knocked out by Bodo Glimt. You already know Bodo Glimt was going crazy. We were all hoping for Bodo Glimt to keep performing, keep up their stats, but they fumbled the bag at the end. And they have the Coppa Italia May 13th at 3 p.m. against Lazio. Do you think a top 5 European team, do you think they're going to win their domestic cup? Who knows? Let's see. Now for our top 4 club, we have PSG. PSG, what's their form like for them to be top 4? Honestly, I think they're a bit underrated. Underrated. I think they should be higher up in the list. Okay. In the League One, they are in first place with 69 points. Lens with 63. That's pretty good from Lens. I'm not gonna lie. They're keeping the league title race alive. Or is it confirmed already? They're only 6 points behind, but hey, PSG might take the League One. I think they will. And we all know what happened yesterday in the Champions League. PSG 5, Bayern Munich 4. That was only the first leg. We have the second leg to go. Crazy. Now we enter our top three. This is where it gets nice. This is where it gets nice. Liverpool from England. Okay. I think they're overrated here, my opinion. But let's see how their form is looking like. They are top four in the Premier League with 58 points behind Manchester United in third with 61 points. You would see what I mean? I think they're overrated here. In the Champions League, they lost to PSG of an aggregate score of 0-4. And you're telling me these Liverpool's top three? I don't think so. Maybe under Klopp, under Arne Slot. Oh, now for our number two spot. I forgot to skip a slide. Real Madrid. Now Real Madrid, they're led by Mbappe. You already know what's their form like in La Liga. They're in second place. They're not winning La Liga. They're not winning any trophies this year. Again, for the second time with Mbappe. That's crazy. In the Champions League, they were knocked out by Bayern with an aggregate score of 6-4. Okay. That was a good game. That was a good game. Bayern Munich does not disappoint. It really doesn't. Now, we are entering our number one spot. Drum roll, please. Bayern Munich, who would have guessed it, from Germany. Crazy club led by Vincent Kompany, the GOAT. A GOAT in the making, honestly. A GOAT in the making. Who are their best players? Harry Kane, Mikel Olise. They reached 100 goals, bro. 54 for Harry Kane, 20 for Mikel Olise, 26 for Luis Diaz. Machines, bro. Machines, machines, machines. What's their form like for them to be placed number one? In the Bundesliga, they have 82 points with 26 wins, 4 draws, 1 loss. Crazy stats. They could have gone undefeated if they didn't lose that one game. And they are in their Pokal final against Stuttgart. They're going for the quadruple. Champions League, they already got the German Super Cup. They're going to go for the Polka and their league. That's 4. Quadruple. Insane. In the Champions League, we're waiting for the second leg, which is on May 6th, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. You have to go watch that game. Do not miss it. Trust me, do not miss that game. Okay? This is where we end off the list. Bayern Munich in first place. Second place goes to Real Madrid, and third goes to Liverpool. What do you guys think on this list? It's a little bit like this, you know. First and second could either go for PSG or Bayern. That's just me. But whoever wins this Champions League, for me, deserves to be number one. All right. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I'll catch you guys on the next one.